What's up, guys? TraderJud here, back with you with another weekly Forex Outlook video where I go over 10 different Forex pairs on the 4-hour time frame, give you an outlook on what I expect to happen for the following week. It is Monday, October 22nd, I think. First, before we get started, I just want to apologize for not uploading any videos last week. I had some personal stuff going on that was unexpected, and I was out of the house all week, so I did no trading last week whatsoever. I had to take care of a few things, and I was not home for that. So back on the grind this week. I will also be updating an update on, or I guess not really an update, but I'll also be adding to the only trading strategy that you'll ever need videos that I posted a couple of weeks ago now. So if you haven't checked those out, definitely check those out. I'll link those at the end of the video. And I'll be updating some more example videos on that with some other pairs. If you have a specific pair that you want to see for that video, then go ahead and drop that in the comment section down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and watch any other videos that I have posted. I've got a couple videos out on some indicators, and like I said, I've recently just posted the only Forex trading strategy that you'll ever need, which I'm going to start incorporating into these videos as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're looking at EUR/USD on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, to start the week out, we had a massive pin bar up into the zone. Price is currently falling, or, well, I guess the last 8 hours, price has currently been falling. You can see the double bottom on this horizontal line right here and the rejection of the zone up above. There's also a trend line up above. So price is pretty well contained right now. Really not a good time to enter in either direction. We're just kind of waiting it out. So what to expect with this: if we do get a rejection off of this horizontal line or this trend line down below, then we'll be looking for buys back up to this zone. If we get a break below both of the trend line and the horizontal line right here, then we'll be looking for sells. EU is currently, to me, looks like it's trending downward. Right, we have this large push down, a retracement, and now another push down. But it does have to break below this zone, or this level, I suppose. Let's go ahead and throw some EMAs on here. Like I said, if you haven't seen the only Forex trading strategy that you'll ever need video, I do recommend that you go and check both of those videos out. It will be very helpful. So if you haven't seen those videos yet, this will not make much sense to you. But looking at the three EMAs, I've got the 8, the 20, and the 800 up here. Prices are well, I guess the EMAs are currently spread. Not a good time to enter right now, and unless we get a lot of bearish momentum off of this with a bullish retracement into the EMAs, then it probably won't be a good time to enter. But that's what we see with EU this week. Moving on to UJ, go ahead and take the EMAs off again. Looking at UJ, you can see we had bullish movement last week, and we started the week out with some bullish movement. Looks like these wicks are retesting these wicks over here to the left. However, the zone does not quite reach down that low, so if you wanted to redraw the zone, you could definitely do that. I'm going to leave the zone how it is, however. Currently, this candlestick in the first hour and almost 20 minutes, it's going bullish, but this is not a real volatile trading time. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon in my time, so really not a volatile trading time, not a good time to get into any trades. To me, this looks like a retracement on UJ. We had this large push down, but if we do break above this zone, then I'll be looking to buy up until this level, and if it does break out of that, then I'll be looking for a higher high than this previous high right here. I'll be looking for it to reach up to 115 all the way up here. So not confirmed on that yet. Let's wait for price to break up above this. If we do get a rejection of this and some nice bearish movement, then I'll be looking to sell back down to this trend line down below. I guess we can get rid of this trend line. Not really needed anymore. You'll notice that I haven't drawn a trend line from here to here yet. It's just because it's a little bit early to draw a trend line, but you can draw that. You can add that if you'd like. Looking at the EMAs, as you can see, price is up above the EMAs right now, so not really a good time to be buying with the EMAs, as well as market structure is trending downward on the larger time frames. Well, depending on how you want to look at it. Price immediately is trending downward. More immediately is trending upward, and long term looks like this could be an ABCD pattern, possibly with a target being up above the 115. So really not any decisive as far as long-term time frames or larger time frames go. I'm not decided on whether this is a buy or a sell. So we're really just waiting for confirmation in either direction. Going into gold next. Looking at gold, you can see not last week, but the week before last, we had a large push up through this consolidation area over here. And price has been consolidating since that large push. You can see it's consolidating between this zone and this horizontal line that I've added. I haven't moved this trend line yet because honestly, I am expecting some sort of retest, maybe not of this trend line, but at least something, some sort of push downward before it continues upward. I do think the outlook on this overall is bullish. So I'm not convinced that it's going to retrace all the way back down to this trend line, although I would not be surprised to see that. So right now we're just waiting to see if it's going to reject off of this zone and go up, if it's going to break above and retest this horizontal line and continue up, or if it's going to break below this horizontal line and go down back into this consolidation area. Any of those three I can see happening. So like I said, not a good time to enter right this minute, but definitely something to look for in the coming days. If we throw the EMAs up, probably won't see much because the price is consolidating. Just like I said, not really good opportunity to buy right here because of the consolidation. The 800 EMA is right above where price is, so we could see a nice rejection off the 800 EMA before continuing upward. That's something to definitely keep an eye out on. Alright, EA is up next. You can see last week we had a pretty good push down and then a push up on Friday, it looks like, and then to start the week out, really no significant movement. We're sitting in a zone right now. We can move this trend line down here. And yeah, so I'm not really sure what EA is going to do. It's in a consolidation area. You can see this whole area right here is just consolidation. So I'm not convinced either direction on EA right now. Trying to wait and see where it's going to push out of. I probably won't trade EA this week for that reason, unless we get a clear-cut bullish push up, into which we'd expect the price to reach the zone up here. But I'm not convinced that we're going to see that, and so like I said, probably won't trade EA this week. But it's a possibility if it sets up correctly to push up to here. If we do break below the zone, there's too many other things it has to break through down here. So more than likely won't see a sell this week from me. If we throw up the EMAs, you can see the EMAs just crossed. Not a good time to enter on that. Yeah, so overall, probably not going to trade EA this week. Might set up for better trades next week, but as of right now, I don't see anything that's worth trading. GDP NZD, as you can see, these two horizontal lines are depicting this consolidation area right here, which price is currently in. A lot of significant movement down. You'll notice that there is an area right here where it gapped down and has not completed, or has not filled, I guess would be a better word. Normally, when you see gaps, price fills those gaps, so I would anticipate this to go bullish at some point in time. However, it doesn't have to. Right now, you'll notice that the 2.0 level is right here, where price consolidated on that before pushing down even further. So if we do get bullish momentum coming out of this, I would anticipate it to reach the 2.0 level and then kind of wait and see what it decides to do from there. I would not be buying all the way up to here because of this 2.0 level. So I wouldn't go buy up into this like 2.05 or 2.045 level until the 2.0 level is broken. I guess I could see this going either direction, honestly, right? We have this large push down. I could see a retracement coming out of this, especially since we're in these consolidation area right now. I just redrew this trend line, so it's not really all that strong. Kind of take that trend line as a grain of salt. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the EMAs. So you can see prices pretty much stayed right on the 8 EMA, riding it all the way down. I think in the trading strategy, the only trading strategy you'll ever need video, using the 10 and the 20. You can fluctuate with the smaller EMA between 5 and 10. I don't think I put that in the video, so if you're watching this and you've watched that video as well, feel free to move around the smaller EMA. I'd go as small as 5 and as large as like 12. I wouldn't probably go any larger than that, just because the two EMAs then get really close, and that's not beneficial to me. But as you can see, price rode the 8 EMA all the way down, so you would have had multiple entry opportunities from that. As of right this minute, I guess if you want to be aggressive, you can enter off of that, but because we know all of the other levels that price is currently sitting at, I'm not going to enter right this minute. I'm going to wait for more clear-cut a rejection of these levels before selling, but the EMAs are telling us that the sell is still relevant. So if you're an aggressive trader, feel free to get in on this. We have the bearish engulfing candle and then the wick of the 8 EMA, which is a good indicator that it's going to continue bearish. Like I said, there's too many levels of price for, or there's too much for a price to break through and this current level right now, so I'm going to wait on that. But like I said, if you're aggressive, then you could take the sell entry on that. Let's see here. Going to AU next. As you can see, AU is just broke down below this horizontal line right here, and price is currently just sitting there, which is very typical for this time of day. We don't usually get a lot of movement for this time of day. So what we're looking for, if price does break through this lower horizontal line, we'll be looking for a small push down, a retest of that, and then another push down, breaking below this level right here, and preferably touching this the bottom of this channel, though that's probably a number of weeks away if it does push below. Let's go ahead and look at the EMAs on this pair. So you can see the EMAs are pretty close together, which is pretty, well, I shouldn't say pretty natural for AU. AU doesn't have a whole bunch of movement, so it's somewhat natural for AU for the EMAs to be close together on AU. I don't normally stick to the trading strategy that was in the other video on slower moving pairs like AU because of that reason. But if you see, this would have been your entry, the wick to both of the EMAs, and you would have entered 2-to-1 trade on that, and more than likely will be hit. I do not believe it's been hit yet, but more than likely will be hit. So if you got in on that, good for you. I didn't. This is honestly the first time I've been looking at charts in over a week, so it's kind of refreshing to do that, to take a week off and not look at anything, and then come back and see you know, what's happened while you're away. So if you haven't done that before and you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, definitely take some time away. It's definitely beneficial. So let's see here. Moving on to EJ next. As you can see, EJ was consolidating, broke through the consolidation, came back up into the consolidation, and is currently right on the bottom of that consolidation, which is in this zone. EJ has been trending downward. I expect it to probably continue trending downward. However, there is this trend line right here. There's also a number of horizontal lines down below here, support and resistance levels, as well as this trend line up top. So we have price pretty well contained right here. It's just waiting to see how it reacts to certain levels. You'll also notice the rejection of the 130 right here, which price bounced off of a bunch of times. So that's usually a pretty good indicator that it's going to continue going down. However, it's not always. Oops. It's not always to be that way. So take that as a grain of salt, I guess. but I do expect this to continue to go bearish. That's just me though. Let's throw the EMAs on here, see what they look like. So EMAs are currently really close together on top of one another. As you can see, in areas of consolidation, you really don't get any sort of spread EMAs. The 800 EMA is also right there, which this candlestick right here wicked, and so that's an interesting feature as well. I didn't know that until right now. So there's more confluence. The wick of the 130 and the wick of the 800 EMA tells me that this should probably continue to go bearish. However, right this minute is not a good time to enter, so wait until at least tonight before entering on this. See what the next few candlesticks do. Let's see here. Moving on to UCAD next. So as you can see, UCAD has been pushing up. Let's see here. We've got this double top on this horizontal line right here, as well as this trend line. So that's definitely interesting. We did have a lot of bullish momentum coming up, and market structure is telling us that this is a buy. But because we see this double top, the two wicks to the 1.312, as well as that trend line right there, I'm definitely not looking at buying this right now unless we get breaks above both of those. As you can see, UCAD respects levels really, really well. Price broke through, came back down, retested this, and then broke through, came back down, retested. And so some people are going to be looking for this to break through and come back down and retest this and go up to the 1.321. I'm not convinced with that just yet because of the double top right here. We could see price consolidate. UCAD is notorious for doing that, consolidating. Let's look at EMAs on this. So as you can see, price came back down and retested the 80 EMA and then went bullish. So according to the EMA trading strategy, we are looking for buys in this. If you did get off or get in, I guess, on this bullish engulfing candle, your 2-to-1 trade would probably reach take profit somewhere around 1.315 level, give or take. And so you'd still be in that. You'd be in profit right now. So. But like I said, I'm not convinced on the buy just yet, so I'm going to wait on that as well. I am in no trades right now, so I'm genuinely looking for setups. As you can see on GU, we had a large bearish engulfing candle last night. Pushed through this trend line that's drawn. We'll be looking for a retest of this trend line before selling it long term. However, this does look good for the sell. The only issue that I can see is we do have a support and resistance level, which I will add right here. You can see test right there, test right there, test right there, test right there, consolidation on the level right there, another test right there. So that would be our next stop going down. After it clears that, our next support and resistance level is going to be down by the 1.28. So that's where we'd be looking for, or that's where we'd be looking to sell if this horizontal line right here is broken. Throwing up the EMAs, let's go ahead and take a look at those. As you can see, price has retested the EMAs a couple of times and has fallen every time it's been retested, so that's a good sign. We're currently well below the EMAs right now, so again, not a good time to be selling right this minute. So we're waiting on at least a retest of the EMAs, if not a retest of this trend line before selling, but I do think the sell is likely on GU. Alright, and last but not least, looking at GJ, which, look at this, I still have the markup from 2 weeks ago. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And we'll go ahead and mark this one up as we're looking at it. Something kind of different. I don't normally do it this way, but circumstances provide opportunity. So this is what we're looking at with GJ. You can see the break and the retest of this horizontal line currently sitting on a trend line. Next horizontal line is not too far down. I do expect for this to continue to go bearish now that we've broken out of this area of consolidation. Yeah, I think that this honestly looks good for a sell. I know that I put a lot of stake on the 150 because it's so significant of a level, but it looks like this is going to continue to go bearish for now. Let's go ahead and put the EMAs up and see where we're at. So price is just below the 800 EMA. It's been reacting off of that. The two EMAs are spread, the 8 and the 20, but price is currently pretty well below them. As you can see, this area of consolidation right here, not good for trading. So if you ever are trading consolidation, do not use the EMA technique because it's not good for trading consolidation. I don't even trade consolidation anyways, but if you're one that likes to trade consolidation, the EMA strategy is not for you. But yeah, I do expect for this to continue downward. I probably won't sell on the break of this trend line, but I will sell on the break of the 145.6 in the retest of it because I think that that would probably be the best entry for a sell currently for this. If we do get a rejection of the 145.6, then we'll be looking for a buy back up to the 147.05 level. So that's what I see for this week's 10 pairs. Like I said, if you haven't checked out the EMA video that I posted a little over a week ago, then you should definitely check that out. I will link that at the end of the video. It's a two-part video. It's pretty long, so make sure that you have the time to watch it fully, or else it will not be beneficial. It's not one of those things that you can just watch part of. And then the part 2 of that is just looking for examples on different time frames. On EG, I believe, is the pair that I did the examples on. I do plan on making more examples on other pairs. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Last week really kind of put a damper on my plans for making videos, but this week I should be back up and fully going. So yeah, that's it. I thank you guys for watching, and like I said, or like I always say, if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section down below or shoot me a message on Telegram. My contact information is in the description down below. Yep, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So you guys have a great week. I will see you sometime later this week with some more videos, so be on the lookout for that. I'm out.